What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope everybody is having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. I can't complain. Listen, y'all already know. We are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 5. And the name of the episode is called About Last Night. Okay? Oh my God. Y'all know I'm Team Twirl. Y'all met me as Team Twirl. I'm still Team Twirl, but Kenya can be wrong, and I feel like that Kenya was wrong in my opinion. I'm sorry. I don't think that Kenya did what she needed to do. I think I could just listen. I could just tell y'all what I saw and how I feel. Okay, I'm gonna try to review the episode. If I get done in enough time or whatever, I'm gonna drop the link or whatever, and we could do a rotating panel because everybody standing up here the whole time trying to go over and digest what everybody else is saying. We can't do all that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a little rotating panel or whatever with probably 2 or 3 people up at a time, and then we're gonna be out. I don't believe in those 2-hour reviews, okay? But I'm gonna try to run through the episode. Again, we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 5, and the name of the episode is called About Last Night. And let's see who in here, y'all, and then we gonna talk. Okay? Let me see. Let me go to the top. Wizard, what's good? It's good. Kenya went out sad. Oh my God. Kenya went out.
Are you okay?
She did go out sad. She did go out sad. A first night. I'm putting down notice. If you ain't Team Tour, you gonna be. I won't. I'm Team Tour, but I'm not gonna get the running. Linda Marshall, what's good? Sparkling Crystal, what's good? Rob J, Cam, Chelsea, the Informed, what's good? Kenya Summer Moore stood on big business and blew dust to the peasants. How did she did she stand on business? Because she's the one running around crying. She's the one running around crying and stuff, mad at everybody, mad at the world. And I've been there before. Listen, I done worked a job before, and I done got fired from a job before, and I know what it's like to, get fired from a job and everybody else still there, and you mad and you want them to stop what they got going on to protest with you. But they got kids to feed too. And what's so horrible about it is that she put it on Brooklyn. She put it on Brooklyn. Okay, Chelsea B. Kenya, the supposed queen honored a peasant at her own grand coronation. How you gonna say you can't pay her dust and then give her a whole speech? Right. I can't wait for this live. I have lots to say. Okay, Chanelica, what's good? Work me slowly, Lagore. Miss WT, what's good? Erica Robinson, what's good? Rosanna G. Lyrics Mom, what's good? I know this is about to be an RHOA, but contenders titties do look a mess. Wow. Wow. And you know what that woman was trying to do, Lyrics Mom. She fancy, she good. What's good? Chelsea B. Douglas donation. What's good? I love your reviews. I visit my mom in the hospital. Oh, I hope everything is okay with your mama, Douglas donation. Bercy, what's good? Mary Jane's baby, Michelle. Magaline, Big Sis, what's good? S Level, what's good? Tanisha J, what's good? Portia was damn near clairvoyant in this episode. She was, but she already knew how it was running. Brandon Martin, what's good? Do you think Brit's marriage is fake? I don't. Troy and Blue, what's good? MNT solid on the budget. What's good? Maria Pitts. Nina, what's good? Summer Sunshine. D. Spencer, what's good? We in here, baby. Thank you. Talks with TK, what's good? Oh, thank you. Laura B. Talise Hickman, what's good? Dina, what's good? I hate how Kenya went out. I do too. Kenya, why? Kenya, why? Listen, I have my theories about what I see went down, and I just gotta tell you how I feel. Hey, good boy, tore forever, but my girl took it to the depths of hell, like to the first layer of hell. My God, today. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. Yes, she did. Yes, she did, and she over there crying with a loaf of bread under her arms. Over there crying and mad at the world. And you know what I really want Kenya to do, y'all? I just want Kenya to let whatever it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It ain't no need for you taking shots at Cynthia. Ain't no need for you to try to get people rallying around you. You messed up, and that is what it is, okay? But again, let's go ahead and get started, y'all. We're here again to review The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 5, and the name of the episode is called About Last Night. That's a movie with Kevin Hart, right? Yeah, Will Packer produced the movie about last night. Okay, so the episode started off. Okay, we gonna go. I'm gonna try to go through it real quick. We got Shamia. Shamia is hosting an event at her. Well, she hosting Angela and Brit at her house. Okay, Angela came over there. Angela had on like this jean bodysuit. Angela looks good. I don't care what y'all say. I think Angela looks good. Angela is giving body yada yada. Angela gives me. Listen, Angela shape give me she from Houston, Texas herself. That's what he give me. Angela give me Houston, Texas, baby. That's right there, real cornbread fed. Okay. She stacked. Okay. Now Brit came over there. Brit come over to the house. Brit looked like that she had a long night. Brit came over there very much like this.
I may have been a bad girl.
Brit came over there like, oh, I may have been a bad girl. I may have taken it too far, and you did. Brit did. Brit messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got from Brit the whole episode.
I may have been a bad girl.
It looked like I've been a bad girl. I may have been a bad girl. That's what she's been giving the whole episode. Okay. I was really paying attention to Shamia this episode. Shamia, she's still not that girl, but her skin is flawless. Her skin is flawless. Her skin is so flawless. Even when she's in her, I never really paid attention to it before, but even when she's in her confessional, she looked like she had on. She looked like she had on a chest plate. That's what the drag queens be wearing. They wear chest plates to make it seem like that to seem like they got titties. Her skin is so clear and flawless. It looks like that she's almost wearing a chest plate in her confessional. Let's go to okay. I think that in the Black community, y'all, we have these guidelines to what we gonna do, what we not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And for me, if I'm Kenya and Brent was saying all of the stuff that she did, I would have called the police. I would have called the police because I need what she is saying to me to be in black and white so that I could defend myself if it goes any further. I want to be able to defend myself. But we are in a day and age where some of us feel like, oh, no matter what happened, we don't call no police, we don't do this, we don't do that. And I don't like this notion that we got to accept BS or we ain't real. And I'm telling you, me, that's the same thing I said if I was Greg over there with Married to Medicine with King. If I had been threatened by anybody in any type of way, somebody tried to run up on me or whatever, I need to have it in black and white so that I could defend myself when something happened. Okay? Angela said that she received a lot of backlash from the owner of the venue because they didn't know that they had extra. They needed because they didn't know they was gonna need extra security. Okay. Shamia asked what happened, but before Brit could explain what happened, Shamia said that she's not a fan of people cutting people off. But Shamia, you should have let her answer whatever she was gonna say, in my opinion, because now you're giving her out. Now Brit is saying that Kenya cut her off, and they showed a clip of Kenya. Kenya was answering Brit's question, and I guess it wasn't to the liking that Brit wanted, and so she actually cut Kenya's off. She wanted whatever Kenya was saying to be directed at her, and she actually cut Kenya off. Kenya did not cut her off. Okay. Brit knows she messed up. Brit is giving me that she knows she messed up. Thank you for the super chat, Gene. She said, "Give Charles a peach. He's the best addition." Oh, baby, we're gonna get Charles. Okay. And we did find out that Angela wrote the question. Can you speak to Brit without attitude? Can you speak to Brit without attitude? Okay. Now Brit was trying. Now that Brit found out that Angela wrote the question, Brit was trying to get Angela to admit that the energy with her and with Kenya and her has been off. And Angela was like, no, I'm just acknowledging your feelings. I think that Angela, you think that she messy, Kingsley? I don't think that Angela was being messy. We have these questions and stuff. The thing is this, I don't think that Angela knew what was going on, was going to transpire to Brit doing all of this pistols and guns and all of this stuff that she was doing. These questions happens on every housewife show all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that she knew it was going to be that big of a deal. But if the girl is telling me, the thing is everybody's so involved in themselves, ain't nobody paying attention to what Brit got going on. So who's worried about Brit like that? Ain't nobody worried about Brit like that. I can only tell you what she told me. Now I will say this, Kenya, I would have answered no 3 questions back to back to back. Okay. But no, she said, no, I don't know that no energy been off with you and her. I was just acknowledging your feelings. Okay. Brit says that's who I am when I feel provoked. But I don't want anybody to think that I was trying to intimidate Kenya or trying to harm Kenya. But girl, that's exactly what you did. That's exactly what you did. You wanted to intimidate her, and you wanted her to think that you will harm her if it ever went there. Okay? She said because of her respect for the lady, she gonna take it back a notch. Okay? Shamil tells her, you gotta let her get a couple of licks in to even it out. Well, no, we're not gonna let her get a couple of licks in. I mean, I guess we'll let her get a couple of licks in if it's within reason. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about me personally. I'm not about to be, you know what I'm saying, grappling to no ground or no Kenya Moore. Me personally, okay. Shamil asked Angela, did she tell Charles about what Portia said? She said no, she didn't tell him about it yet. She said people are always in her DMs talking about stuff with Charles. And Brittany goes again and said, yeah, if somebody would have told me something about my man or my husband or whatever, I would have slapped them. So, girl, you still doing this. You still on this, Brit. You ain't learned your lesson. Okay? So next we got Portia. Kenya ain't got no scenes. We got Portia. Portia is at the Kenya Moore hairstyle, okay? And Kelly is over here too. So they're looking for models for the salon. They're gonna be, I guess they're gonna be doing something within the show. We didn't even get a chance to see it, what the models was gonna do. Okay. Portia asks Kenya, did she invite Brit to the hair thing? She said she didn't invite her specifically. And so Portia then asked her, did you uninvite her? She said, no, I didn't uninvite her either.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. So she didn't uninvite her either. Okay. Portia said that Kenya disengaged. Brit was still going. What was said at the table can be walked back. I mentioned the pistol has to be broken all the way down. Okay. And you need to find out exactly what was said. Okay. Kenya said, I know what I heard. Kelly said, I didn't hear it. Kelly, you lying. Kelly also said that I watched What Happens Live, but I went and I looked at the episode again. And when Brit said that she had her pistol on her the first time, Kelly said, oh, girl, we ain't got to worry about all that. We ain't worried about all that. Kenny is here. Kenny is her security guard. So you did hear her mention pistol the first time, but you didn't think that it's just that big of a deal. Kenya said that there was nothing I did or said that warranted that, and that's true. Okay. Kelly said, she's not that person. I've never seen her act in that manner. But this is Kenya's experience with Brit. Okay. This is just like Kelly telling the audience, and I don't want to be funny, but I'm just saying this is just like Kelly. We haven't met Kelly's husband. We don't know nothing about him. But you told us that he don't put hands, feet, toes, and had you over here sleeping in closets and stuff and saying all this other type of stuff about him. That ain't our experience with him, but we just going off of what you're saying, right? And so that's your experience with him. So we believe what you're saying. This is Kenya's experience with him. And I feel like that some people think that just because they don't, it ain't that big of, it is a big of a deal. You can be in relationships with people that do you however you want to do. That's your prerogative. It's not good for you, but I don't have to put up with it if I'm Kenya Moore. I wouldn't put up with it. Okay. Kelly said that I think that they should talk. Portia said, I think that Kenya should do her due diligence and talk to other people that was there to see who heard what, and she should go and report it to HR. Kenya said, I'm going to do my due diligence and run a background check. See, Kenya is, I feel like that Kenya did not go to HR, in my opinion. I don't think that Kenya went to HR. I don't think that Kenya went to production. Kenya should have went to production and told production straight up.
She needs to go.
She needs to go. She was around here threatening me with a pistol and whips and stuff. She needs to go. The fact to me, and I love Kenya down. The fact that the girl that she didn't even uninvite the girl should have known. The girl should have known if you had just said this stuff about me with a pistol, you would not be at my event. Point blank in the period. And I have to prove for me, I have never seen, I don't care if you work at McDonald's, Wendy's, KFC, if Kenya had reported her and had it in black and white what the girl had said to her and had other people saying what they said, that it would have been an investigation. It don't even seem like the girl even stopped filming for one day. They would have suspended the girl until further notice or whatever, and there would have been an investigation into what she had to do. It would have been an investigation. She did not. There wasn't even an investigation. Thank you for the super chat, Tamara B. She said it's a shame that the first Black Miss USA let a peasant rattle her off her throne. Sad. Thank you for the super chat, Tamara. She wasn't the first Black Miss USA. She wasn't the first. Thank you for the super chat, Brandon Martin. He said, "Play, get the hood rap out of here." Thank you for the super chat, Brandon. I gotta find it because all of them not all here up here at one time. Okay, I think production talked her down and they told Brit everything was fine. Oh, I don't believe that. And if production did talk, it just proved. Listen, I think that Kenya played her hand wrong. Okay, I think that Kenya played her hand wrong, and so they was in there playing and twirling. And before they left, Portia told her, "I think that you may need to uninvite." Put a 3 in the chat if you heard Portia tell her that. Portia told Kenya that after the incident at the hair salon, production did an investigation. So see, they didn't do an investigation before. See, what it gave me, and this is what I try to tell y'all, you don't go and complain after you done escalated the situation. You have to complain and go to HR before. You should have went to HR and production before. You don't get to retaliate and the girl get upset. And then now you saying, "Oh, well, she did this to me before." No, baby, they're not gonna take that into consideration. They not. Okay. Next, we got Angela. Okay, so Chanelica put a 0 in the chat. She did tell the girl to twirl. I asked to see. I said, "Did y'all see Portia tell her that she needs to uninvite?" And again, that is a fact that Portia told her to say that. So I don't know what the 0 is for. Angela goes out for coffee with Amari. I knew the first time that Amari came up on my screen that Amari wasn't no motherfucking good. I knew the first time we seen Amari, I knew the first time Amari was on my screen that Amari wasn't no good. Okay? Amari was over there 24 years old. Angela told her that Charles was upset because she came in the kitchen and cooked and she didn't clean up behind herself. She said that she cleaned up and cooked. She cooked, but she cleaned up behind herself. Charles said no, she didn't, and she had an attitude. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember it. She had an attitude when she apologized. I was like, "Well, I'm sorry, I didn't clean up." Girl, I thought you said that you cleaned up. I thought you said that you cleaned up. If you cleaned up, what we apologizing for? I knew it the first time she got on my screen, she wasn't no motherfucking good. And she ain't raised. She ain't raised. Angela probably got all the money in the world, which is, I don't think, she probably got all the money in the world, but she ain't raised.
There's a distinction between providing for the child and raising a child.
There's a distinction between providing for a child and raising a child. And Angela ain't raised them. Okay? They go out for coffee. Amari do look a lot like Angela. Okay? We found out that Amari lost her daddy when she was 7 years old. Okay? Amari said that the grandma was supposed to be there, and Angela said, "Well, that blew up at the last minute." Okay, so basically, what had happened was Amari went to her grandmother's house to use her car that Angela bought for her, which ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Okay, thinking that she said that I went to grandma's house to use the car that you provided for her, thinking it wouldn't be no problem. But they wanted money from me. So Why would you think it wouldn't be a problem? You think that you think just because your mama bought her mama a car that you entitled to the car because your mama bought the car. You wrong right there, baby. You wrong right there. Once your mama gave her the car, it was her car. And she can say whether you want to use the car, if you're gonna have to buy her a pack of cigarettes to go get the car, whatever she tell you to do, to let you use her car, those are her rules for her car. Am I tripping? Maybe y'all see it differently. That's grandmama car. So if grandma say, yeah, baby, you can use my car, but bring me a pack of cigarettes when you get back, you need to be back with a pack of cigarettes. That's how I see it. That's Amari car. I mean, that's not Amari car, that's grandmother's car. It doesn't matter who bought it, and you didn't have to get on camera and say that your mama bought it. Okay? She said that the sister got in her face and called her a demon and told everybody in the house, fuck all them. Because she wanted to use a car that wasn't hers. That's her mama's car though. That's her mama's car. Okay? She says, and I've always helped them. And so have you. Okay? Amari, then Angela said that Amari lived in a house that she purchased for her mama and her sister. That blew up, and then Amari moved out. Okay? Angela then said, nobody told me she got in your face. My mom should have defended you, and I promise you my sister won't get away with that. My sister won't get away with what she did to you. Okay? And she said, well, girl, you shouldn't be. This is what she told her mom. She said, you shouldn't be supporting any of them. You don't want her to support any of them because you want her to support you. Okay? Then Angela goes on to say that her mama was diagnosed with bipolar and that her grandmother always wanted her to take care of her mama. Angela, I don't like that you did that. This is why I don't like with people that when they come on reality TV. I don't like that Angela got on these cameras and told us that her mama was bipolar, even though I got mental illness in my family. And I know it when I see it. I knew her mama had mental illness when I seen her. The same way I get with Drew's sister. I know mental illness when I see it. It's something on you. You know what I'm saying? I knew that her mama had mental illness and stuff when I looked at her on the picture, whatever, like, oh, something not right over here. But my thing is this, Angela, your mama not on this show. That ain't for you to tell. Okay? What you need to be telling is how old is Charles Jr. That's what you should tell. You ain't got no pictures, and we don't know what happened with Charles Jr. and he cheating on you or none of this stuff or nothing like that or whatever. But because you feel like you take care of your mom and your sister, that you get on there and tell everything about what's going on with them. I don't like that you did that because you got the stuff over here with Charles keeping it a secret. But everything with your mama, them, you gonna want to give us a backstory for everything, and I'm paying for this and I'm paying for that. Absolutely no, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. I don't like that she did that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all probably feel different. Y'all feel like that people can be bought. I don't treat people like that. I don't think that you treat people like that, especially family. Because that's gonna always be your mama, no matter if she bipolar or not, the nigga can be gone tomorrow. Thank you for the super chat, Ali. She said Angela throws what she does to people in their faces. That's why her daughter feels entitled to her grandmother's car. Right, Ali? Yes, she do. Thank you for the super chat, Trent King. She said that was too deep, too soon. Right. We don't even know you like that. We don't even know you like that. Have we even seen all Angela kids on the screen before she got to telling us what her mama diagnosed with? Thank you for the super chat, Trent King. He said there's something wrong with that batch, but I'm gonna find out what it is. With Amari, she's spoiled. She's spoiled. Okay. Amari said that her grandmother, she loved her grandmother, and she's always been a great grandmother. But in this situation, she's wrong. No, baby, that's grandmama's car. That's grandmama's car. That ain't your car. It doesn't matter that your mama bought it. You think that you entitled to stuff because your mama bought it. I believe that you. I don't even care. I believe that you went over there and you told them people, "This my house. My mama bought this house. It's my house." I do believe that. What you mean your daughter was over there living in a house that you got your mama and your daughter and your sister? She can't come over there and live with you? Charles must have put her out because she don't clean up behind herself. Because she really didn't want to apologize to Charles either when Charles was over there around there mad at that kitchen. I believe that Amari went over there to their house. I'm sorry, y'all might think I'm wrong. I believe Amari went over there to their house and said, this my house. My mama bought it. It's mine. Okay? Then we found out Amari done ran off and got married. Okay? Ran off and got married. And Angela say that it was hurtful because Amari is her best friend. But you not hers. Okay? And Amari said, "Girl, I don't even know how you found out that I was married." See, that's what I'm talking about. How you found out your daughter got married, and she don't know exactly how. You know what I'm saying? She said that the grandmother told her that she had went and got married. She said, "Oh, so they really tried to throw me under the bus, but I had planned on telling you." She said, "Girl, but it was already 4 months. It was already 4 months later, girl. When was you gonna tell your mama that you was married? When you got divorced? Like, when was you gonna tell her that you got 4 months?" Now I can see if it was just a spur of the moment, y'all was going to Vegas and you got married and you called her the next day, and you know what I'm saying? 4 months? And then you told your grandmother? You told your grandmother? See, Angela, I believe that Angela, I don't care what you say, Angela, you ain't raised these children. You provided for them, but you ain't raising them.
There's a distinction between providing for the child and raising a child.
You ain't raised her. Because why does grandmama know that she married and you don't? What is it about your child that she felt comfortable enough to tell her grandmother and your sister, but she didn't tell you, and told them not to tell you, and they told you in the midst of a falling out with her? Well, you know she married. Your daughter. Your own flesh and blood. Okay? Um, and Amari said, "Girl, everybody's making it a bigger deal than I am. Girl, you got married. You got married." Okay? Then Angela tries to express that the communication is broken and how hurt she is. And Amari gaslit her and told her, "Baby, listen, I can't go back in time. Can't go back in time. In time, this is too much for me, and I'm sorry, but no, it's not fair. It's like it's gang up on Amari Day." Girl, what? And then Angela, Angela was trying to hurry up and stop crying. And it was a mess. And she was like, "Amari, I just want you to know that you can tell me anything. Angela, you're not really raising them kids like that." And she wouldn't have been able to get away with me. She would have been, I would have been able to get my shit off. I would have been able to get my stuff off because you was okay with it. Because this is the thing. You gotta watch them girls. Amari was okay because she thought it was gonna be gang up on Grandmama Day. That's why she wanted Grandmama there. She thought it was gonna be on gang up on Grandmama Day, but it turned up to be, your mama trying to get you right day, and you couldn't take it. And how dare you tell your mama that she need to cut off? How dare she tell you that you? How dare you tell your mama that she need to cut off her own mama? Thank you for the super chat, Stacey M. She said, "Been waiting on you, Gabor, all day. Love your opinion." Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Angela chose shards over her kids and family. She was so manipulated when Amari started crying to get the heat up off her. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. She could have been crying. What did Karen told? What Karen told Jacqueline over there? "Girl, you can cry till the cow come home. Don't fuck with me. I don't give a damn if you cry until the cows come home. Don't fuck with me." Thank you for the super chat, Magic Star. She said Angela was too busy singing "Mary's Your Child" running behind Charles. Right. Okay. So now we got Brit. Okay. Brit meet up with Portia. Okay. I think that when we talking about Housewives, y'all, we are so used to people being friends and having cliques and stuff with each other that we automatically think a person, when they speaks the truth or try to hold somebody accountable for something, it means that they're team this person or that they team that person, right? I don't think that Portia was team Kenya. I think that Portia was holding Brit accountable. Okay? So they meet up. Portia told Brittany Look, girl, it was a shock to me that y'all had beef. I thought that y'all was cool. Because when I got into it with Drew at Shamia's house, you were sitting right next to Kenya and y'all was talking. And she was like, yeah, we were sitting next to each other. But no. And yeah, we were sitting next to each other. But every time we get in a group setting, she get this little snippety attitude with me or whatever. Girl, no, she didn't. Y'all was only in another group setting one other time, and that was at the ball main event. And then she walked up to you. She walked up to you. She kissed. She hugged you. Told you you was Barmaid Barbie and all of this. So what was the snippety energy? Thank you for the super chat, Chanel, because he said a pickup scene to shape a narrative. I'm convinced it gave MCU Marvel verbs. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. What you mean? What was the pickup scene with Portia and Brit? The Brit Portia scene filmed like it was seen. Girl, you listen, baby. Y'all are hilarious to me. Y'all, Kenya could be wrong, y'all. And why would this is the thing? Why would Portia be holding the girl accountable in the scene after the fact? Because Portia was if y'all give it to me, Portia was holding Brit accountable. Okay? She started saying the stuff about the ring. Portia said, "No, baby. I asked everybody that was there about the ring, and they said that she was not shading you with the ring. She wasn't shading you with the ring." She said, "Well, I guess she's trying to haze me or something like that." She said, "Well, girl, why would she be only hazing you and not hazing Kelly or Angela or Shamina? Why would she just be hazing you and not shading Angela, Kelly, or Shamina?" Okay. She told Brit that she had preconceived notions. Brit admitted last week that she had preconceived notions. Okay, I think it's more than preconceived notions. You know what I'm saying? I think that sometimes I see it on YouTube all the time. People think they doing what you doing and they not doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? So Brit is thinking that she joined the show where the girls are fighting, arguing. Yeah, they do fight and argue, not like physically, but sometimes they get to fighting. You know what I'm saying? But they arguing and stuff like that, going back and forth. But that's not what you was doing. You wasn't doing the same thing. You think that you was doing what they was doing, but you're not doing the exact same thing that they was doing. You know what I'm saying? And again, there was nothing that Kenya did to you that she didn't do nothing to you, first of all, but it was nothing that even required talking about bringing guns and stuff and fists and stuff. It was nothing she did that even required all that. Okay. She admitted the pistol comment. She said that she was triggered. She said that it was in an environment. So now she trying to say it wasn't just that I got triggered, and plus we was in Bankhead is what I got from it. We was in Bankhead, and then she tried to play like it wasn't for Kenya. And Portia even told her, "No, baby, if you said something about just like if I was over there arguing with Shamina, just like I was over there arguing with Drew, and I told her to get away from me in the elevator, and I had brought up, let me go get my pistol. I carry a pistol on me. It could only be used for Drew. So, girl, you're gonna have to take accountability that you said that, and you said that about Kenya. It had nothing to do with nothing else and over here being a Bankhead and this and that and this and that. No, you said that, and you said that pertaining to Kenya. Am I tripping? I felt like that Portia was holding Brit to the fire, in my opinion. Y'all might be different. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. He said the scene was never mentioned by Portia at the spa because it was after the spa. She filmed that scene, but the scene was never mentioned by Portia at the spa. It was after the spa. And they probably cut it up. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. He said seems like they went back and filmed this after everything to make it seem like that she accepted full responsibility for her actions, even though when it initially happened, she said she didn't talk about guns. Okay, y'all. I just feel like y'all are going to want to make Kenya the victim in every which way, and I am Team Twirl, I am. But Kenya can be wrong. Kenya can be wrong. I think that the girl has said every time she was on camera, Brit has said every time she was on camera that she went too far. Brit has, every time we have seen Brit on camera, and even in her confessionals, she has admitted that she went too far. And we have seen Portia. I don't think it was enough in the scene to determine that it was a scene that they did after, because we have seen Portia hold the girl accountable from the beginning. In my opinion. Okay? Next, we get to Angela. Okay? Angela told Charles that Portia said that she had some tea on him, and he said that she's the feds or something. Okay? Charles say she don't know me. She better stay in her lane. She barking up the wrong tree. She better hit her brakes a couple of times. Okay? Then he tell Angela, girl, you should have handled it. And you didn't. You didn't handle it, because if you did, you would have gotten to the bottom of what was said, and it would have been no ifs, ands, buts about what happened. Right? And then she said that Portia said it was a joke. You know, I feel like, dare I say, me and Portia probably would have ended up fighting if she would have said that about my husband. Because if she, I don't like for nobody to say I got something to tell you, and then we at this group of people and you standing in front of everybody. You get what I'm saying? And then you want to sit up and play with me, because I would have told Portia straight up, girl, whatever you got to say about my husband, just make sure you telling the truth, because we know you lie sometimes. We know you are a known liar. So whatever you got about my husband, whatever tea you trying to come and bring me, just make sure it's the truth. And if she wants to get out her seat or whatever and get to threatening with fists and stuff like that, then we just would have had to go at it. But don't come up to me and play with me like that. I'm just saying me. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to hold nothing over my head and I was just playing or whatever, but let's play. Okay? And I could tell that Charles didn't appreciate it either, because Charles said you need to do your job. And when you do your job with her and you get her in line, let me know. Okay? Then she tries to talk to Charles about her mama and her sister. And he tells her, why you come to me about this? You know what I'm saying? That is me. Come to me one time about it or whatever. We can work it out and talk about it. But don't come to me months later about the situation after we done discussed it. And you said that you was going to do what you was going to do. And you didn't do what you was going to do. Right? I ain't got time. And he said, I ain't got time to be taking care of people and begging them to do this and be doing that. And another thing too, Angela, what you want the man to do? Because that's your mama. You was just telling Brit last episode that you shouldn't have got your mama them involved in what's going on with you and your husband. So why you getting your husband them involved in what's going on with your mama and your sister? Why you getting your husband involved? Because what if he say some stuff? Because you love him. You love your mom and your sister. He don't love him like that. He ain't gonna have the same sympathy for him. He ain't gonna have the same sympathy for him. Because he want Amari over there cleaning up. Okay? Next we're going to Kenya's spy. Okay? Cynthia showed up, Shamia showed up, Portia showed up, Angela showed up. Listen, y'all, to me, I think that Angela is gorgeous. I like Angela. I think she's cute. I do. Angela was 6 foot. She got a nice body. I know she from Chicago, but she look like she from the side. She look like she from Houston. The body. It's very Beyonce-esque. You know, I mean, like she got a shape. Like Malia Michelle, you know, she got a shape. And Miss Lawrence was there. Okay. Kenya threw a little lame hair show. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. He said Kenya is a big dummy for spending $400K of her daughter's money for that flop salon. Now she fired, broke, and might have to trick like Brit for funds. Wow. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. Look at Gabor chat. I just think that she bad. Yeah, her body is snatched. Right. Angela's built, brick built, honey. Right. Angela pushing 50 though. That's all right though. That's all right though. She still look good. Her leader say they were fine. Then she still look good. Okay. Miss Lawrence, she had like a little hair show. The hair show was all right. Okay. Drew comes in with Allison. Okay. I'm getting tired of seeing Allison on my TV screen. Okay. Angela and Kenya have a moment. Kenya says that Angela is the only person who reached out to her after the event. Angela said that Kenya didn't deserve that. She apologized in text messages for her not feeling safe. And she said, "As from one elevated black woman to another, I support you." I said, "Jesus." Baby, from one elevated black woman to another, I support you. Girl, what is an elevated black woman? I'm gonna have to use that. From one elevated black man to another. What does elevated black man mean? What does elevated black woman mean? Not from the hood? Not ghetto? Tell me what elevated black woman is. Is you an elevated black woman if your husband cheated on you and had a baby on you and you still with him? Is that elevated? Angela, let me know. The people want to know. Let me know. Y'all, if an elevated black woman letting their husband cheat on them and have an outside baby by him and they stay with them, let me know if that qualifies as an elevated black woman. If you think that qualifies as an elevated black woman, I want to see a 6 in the chat. If it don't, give me a 9. Girl, girl, elevated, girl. But at least the nigga over there, at least you ain't gotta cook. The nigga don't even trust your cooking, child. Okay. You think mentally leveling up? Okay. At least she ain't Rashida with it. She not Magic Socks. It's giving Rashida, baby. We just ain't seen the baby. At least Rashida accepted the man and the baby. Elevated means you over 5'9". Okay. 9. Okay. But I love that she said elevated black woman. Now we got Shamia, Portia, and Cynthia. They talking. They running down. They giving Cynthia what happened. They tell Cynthia what happened at the event. Okay, and they tell her. Shamia said, and Brit needs to know that you can't get upset if you apologize to Kenya and she's not ready to accept the apology. She needs to know that. Brit does need to know that. Okay. And the thing is, Brit threatened a gun. That ain't nothing you get over in a couple of days. It's going to take a while for somebody to get over there, if they get over it at all. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want her around. I'm just being honest with you. But we gonna have to do something. It's gonna take a while. And you just coming up the next time I have an event, you just coming up to this event and giving me some flowers. To me, I just feel like if she was my friend, if Brit was my friend, I would have told Brit, I think that you probably need to sit this one out. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do nothing small. Like y'all just had an argument and stuff. Girl, you was out there standing up, in the middle of the street. We got whips and guns and you gonna be respectful to that. You know what I'm saying? You were doing a lot. I think I would have told her, you might want to sit this one out. I don't think that you need to be at this event. You know what I'm saying? Let's wait a week or two for it to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like I probably would have told my friend, I think that you probably want to sit this one out. Now I think that Kelly probably should have came over and everybody. I think that Kelly probably should have came over there and got the flowers and bought the flowers to the event as a peace offering or something like that. But I just don't think that she should have been at the event, in my opinion. I think it was too soon. What you did, you fucked up royally. You fucked up royally. It wasn't no little mistake that you made. You fucked up royally. Okay, thank you for the super chat, Chanel, because she said, especially if they being gaslit, that they never heard it. Yes. Yeah, but I do think that, I will say this, Chanelica, I think that Portia believes Kenya, though. Portia didn't hear it. When she did say it, I will give Portia this. Portia was outside when she said it, because I looked at it again. Portia was outside when she said it, but Portia believes Kenya. And again, I want to give a shout out to Portia because of her history with Kenya. I don't know if I already said this, but because of her history with Kenya, she still didn't let that persuade her to be Team Brit. I feel like that she held Kenya. I feel like that she held Brit accountable for what she did and what she said. Okay, in my opinion. Okay. Next, we got Kelly and Brit in the car. Okay. Again, I just think that it's surprising to me that Kelly being what she claimed that she done been through with her man, that she is supporting Brit. Okay? Now Brit said that her aunt passed. She had a stroke. She was on life support. They pulled the plug. I wondered if they had a GoFundMe to bury her. Okay? Again, if Brit was my friend, I wouldn't tell her to come to the event. Brent said that hopefully maybe we could be friends after this. Girl, we would never be friends after this. We would never be friends. What are you talking about? We would never be friends. I didn't even do nothing to you. First of all, I hadn't done nothing to you this whole time. Even if you don't like Kenya, Kenya hasn't done anything to this girl, right? So the fact that I have never even done anything to you and you up here trying to fight me, you threatened guns, I got into a car and drove off and you still out here going for broke on me. Yeah, we would never be friends again. We would never be friends, okay? They get there. I'm surprised that Brit was able to come in. Kenya wanted her there. Shamia even told Brit when she walked in, if you were here and Kenya didn't want you here, security would have stopped you. Everybody is shocked that Brit came in. And the thing is, I feel like that people think that people be playing, right? Like I would never say, for instance, people think that people be playing. Like if somebody say, "Oh, shut up or I spit in your face." You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say, I can't say, you ain't gonna spit in my motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I can say is you won't spit in nobody else's face because you probably be crazy enough to spit in my face. But I can guarantee that you won't spit in nobody else's face. So the fact that the girl said that she had whips and guns and she carrying them on her at all times, when Brit came into the event, she wasn't stopped by security. They didn't check her purse to see what she had on her. They didn't do none of that. They didn't do none of that. If Brit would have came into my event after she said that, they would have treated her like a criminal. She wouldn't have came in. She would have been, I would have gave her $20 for a gas money. Here goes $20 for gas. Remember what Cora did to Mariah? Here goes $20 for your troubles. They didn't even treat her like a criminal. Why are they not treating her like a criminal? Okay. I think, and I'm just telling y'all what I think. I don't believe that Kenya did her due diligence. Kenya strikes me as the type of person who looked that girl up and already had that background check ran before she got up on the show. I think that Kenya was planning on this moment for her to be the moment. The fact that the girl was not invited tells me that she didn't even go to production and complain. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Okay. Kenya wanted to wait and see if the girl would have came to the event, which is why she didn't invite her so she could pull the stunt that she pulled. Okay. And Kenya went to the back and Kenya was knocking them shots back like Phaedra. She was knocking them shots back like Karen. She was knocking them shots back like the drunk that Phaedra accused her of being her first season on the show. Kenya was knocking them shots back, baby. Okay. Kenya came. And my thing is, we're supposed to be playing a scare role. Why didn't production? I wanted the girl to be pulled to the side and stuff. She wouldn't have wanted to come to my event. Anyway, okay. Where we at? Let me see. Oh, I went out a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Drew seemed to have a lot of balls when Allison in the room because Drew was doing a whole lot with Portia. Okay. Drew went up to Portia and told Portia, girl, I'm going through a divorce. Why would I be stupid enough to go after your baby daddy? You can have his out dog. Nothing in this happening. I'm not doing anything to you. Okay? Ain't nothing going on. She had a lot of, she had back up there. Put a one in the chat if you noticing it. Put a one in the chat if you noticing it. Drew got a lot of balls when Allison is around. And I'm not mad at you because, you know, with anybody else, you don't really know if you got no backup. But I know that if I get into a fight somewhere, I know my brother jumping in if my brother there. You know what I'm saying? I could be fighting Mike Tyson, my brother jumping in. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else probably won't. But I know my brother jumping in, right? I know my sister jumping in. You get what I'm saying? Anybody else could be fickle, but I know You know what I'm saying? Alex, she probably feel comfortable around her sister, so she know. Okay. Portia told her girl, don't come at me like you singing the song because I can make you ring. I say, girl, now keep their heads ringing. Ring, ding, dong. Portia will make your head ring. Portia make your head. What he gave me is don't come to me like you singing a song because I can make your head ring, meaning I'll whoop your ass. That's what I got. Don't come to me, talking to me, playing to me like you singing a song because I will whoop your ass. Put a 3 in the chat if that's what you got from it. That's what I got. I can make you ring. Have you ever got a whooping or whatever? Your mama hit you a little bit too hard and your head started ringing? That's what I got from it when she said, make them ring. Okay? She said, we're both going through the divorces. Let's talk about what you're really dealing with. And see, that's what I'm telling you, that Drew. That's what I'm telling y'all about that Drew. I've been seeing this play.
See, that's a dirty ass bitch right there.
I told y'all that the first episode, she was going to try to throw the divorce and what was going on in her face. And she's going to try to throw Simon and how she got Simon in her face. Despite how you feel about Portia and Simon, that has nothing to do with Drew. Okay? Drew can say what she wants to now. She made the relationship with Dennis seem like it was more than what it was. That is a fact. Okay. Now I don't know if Dennis knew what Portia was around. I mean, what Drew was going around here saying, talking about, he's my rock. He's the reason why I get out of bed in the morning. He's the reason why I put on clothes. He's my reason for going on. What else was she saying? What was she saying? He all the man that I need and all of this other type of stuff. Drew was doing all of that. She made the relationship seem like more than what it was. Episode 1, season 16, episode 1, she did. She did. He's my angel on earth, right? He's my saving grace. Angel in the human form. Yes, she did. Tila, you better go look at it again. My angel on earth. He's my reason for putting on clothes and taking them off. Yes, she did. All the man that I need, he fills me up and gives me love. Yes, she did, baby. What was Whitney's first song? Saving all my love for you. Angel of mine. Come on, give it to me. He was the wind beneath my wings, right? You were saying that you are my rock. Yay. He's my reason for breathing. Everything. She was doing all of that. That's what she did. That's what she did. It was so much. She could be booed up. She wouldn't be booed up with my baby daddy on the show, though. I'm just saying. Was she writing a song? She said all of that. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Shit. Okay. But you did all of that. You said all of that. So you was putting more on it because you wanted to run it back to Portia for your storyline and for your existence on the show. Okay. Next, Kenya comes out. Okay. Kenya comes out. Brit tried to apologize. Now, Kenya did say, hey, but I don't know if Kenya had saw Drew yet. Well, no, Kenya didn't see Drew because when she saw Allison, she hugged her. But Drew was standing right there. So when she said, hey, she was speaking to Drew. Hey, okay, Brit tries to apologize and give Kenya flowers. Kenya walked right past her. And Brit's get it. And she was like, okay, you can ignore me, Kenya, whatever, but I'm going to leave the flowers right here or whatever. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go.
Go. I prefer that.
Yeah, go. Go, okay? And to her credit, she didn't put up a fight. She knew that she was being ignored. She knew that she was being iced out. She put the flowers down and she left, okay? Kenya said, I need everybody attention. I need everybody attention, okay? This salon has been a long time coming for me, okay? It's a labor of love. I built this salon for my daughter. You know, Kenya, I'm telling you, baby, I remember, y'all know Kenya, when this stuff first happened, Kenya stopped posting pictures on her Instagram and she started posting pictures of Brooklyn behind her head like she was blanketing somebody. Remember that? Put a 6 in the chat if you remember. Kenya got in trouble. She started fighting with Brooklyn in her arm. She was posting pictures of Brooklyn like we ain't never seen Brooklyn face before. She was on beaches and stuff and posting pictures of Brooklyn from the back. Put a 6 in the chat if you remember. I pulled the pictures up. She was fighting with Brooklyn. She was fighting with Brooklyn. Don't feel bad for me. I'm a mother now. That she was. She was doing that. Okay? I built this salon for my daughter. People try to bring me down for no reason. I went to dinner. This person was looking for a moment, and she came for me. She came in here with the flag flowers. Get the flag flowers up out of here and go give them to a homeless man. Okay? And so Kelly says, look, you know, stop, give me the card, give me the card. She tried to keep the card. Can you say, girl, throw the card away and stay out of it. Throw the card away and throw it up out of it. At that point, I would have kicked Kelly out of my event. I'm just telling you me. I'm just telling you me, I would have kicked her out the event. You could go with the flowers and the card. You know what I'm saying? You could go with the flowers and the card. What you want to do? Okay. She said, so then it escalated. She said, because I'm that bitch, been that bitch, still that bitch. Okay? And she blows some dust, like she was like paying the girl dust or whatever. Can you know? Okay? Then she said, then the girl talked about having a gun and having it on her at all times. And the girl told her, do you know who I am? And she said, I don't know. So I did a little research. And so Kenya pulled out her first clipboard. Okay.
What's that?
I'm like, what is this? If that was my friend, I would have stopped her right there. Who is this hoe? This hoe, his name is Brit, and she has some pictures. We didn't get the chance to see them. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. She said, but you can't afford someone and dictate how, you can't offend someone and dictate how they should defend themselves. You can't offend someone and dictate how they should defend themselves. Chanelica, I get what you're saying, my sweet baby, but Kenya can be wrong. What I'm telling you is we ain't bringing nude pictures to a gunfight. We ain't bringing nude pictures into the gunfight. You didn't even have, nobody even checked the girl purse when she came in. The girl literally could have went postal in there. That's all I'm saying, okay? If Kenya was my friend when she pulled out the first poster board, I would have stopped her. And said, baby, we're not doing this. We're not doing this, Kenya. Okay? Then Kenya went and pulled out the second board and said she used to be a video hoe.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
Kenya. She pulled out the second poster board, said she was a video hoe. And she said, you know, I was in the videos before, but I was a leading lady. You wasn't always a leading lady, baby. Kenya, let's be real. See, the old hoes and look, the old hoes get mad at the young hoes for doing shit that they used to do. What Megan Thee Stallion say? You do the shit that you put on the next bitch. You was doing it too, Kenya. Let's stop. You was doing it too. You was doing it too. You wasn't no leading lady when you was over there on Martin when in that black leather outfit or a pleather outfit. You wasn't. You wasn't no leading lady in Tupac Temptation video. Girl, you was an extra at best. So let's stop with the okay. And then what made matters worse, Kenya pulled out another picture, a poster board of Brit sucking dick.
Are you okay?
It was a girl of her sucking dick. They put on the thing, Bravo chose not to exhibit them. Okay. I think I rewinded about 5 times to see the girls' reactions when they saw the picture. Portia was ugh. Girl. It's just shameful at this point. You know, I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, Kelly said we all been some hoes, even you, Kenya. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. We all been some hoes before.
You've been a hoe. Y'all all been some hoes.
Y'all all been some hoes. Y'all all been some hoes. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Felicia D. She said you can go with the flowers in the car. And I'm crying. Yeah, she could have. She could have. You will leave here. You will leave here. You will be going out of here. Take the flowers and the card can go out. If the card is staying, the card will be going out. Now, if you want to go with the card, that's totally up to you. But the card will be getting out of here. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. She said that was done at the end of the event. What are you talking about, baby? Thank you for the super chat, Tress Love. She said, I'm pissed that people are more offended by the pigs than the gun. Is the life not valuable anymore? I'm not saying that, Tress Love. I'm not saying that, Tress Love. But the girl only said something about a gun. She did not show a gun. There is a difference. There is a difference. If Kenya would have seen an actual gun, that is the difference. You have to, Kenya already had the winning hand. There was no need for her to do anything further. And when you go to HR, if she went to HR, I don't believe that she did. If she did go, you have to give them time to do an investigation. You don't escalate the situation. That's just me. It would have been different if Kenya said that she heard the girl say that and she seen the girl, you know what I'm saying, pulling something up out her purse, or the purse looked a little heavy, but she didn't actually see a gun. Thank you for the super chat, Trent King. He said, we saw the girl's reaction to Kenya being assaulted by Portia too. So we know the cast reaction can't be wrong. Okay? Shamil and Angela told her they was too far. Portia said, Kenya said, don't you tell me I'm going too far. The bitch threatened me with a gun. See, so Kenya gonna think that she automatically right in whatever scenario it is. Kenya gonna think that she got the trump card. But the thing is, I believe that Brit thought that she was gonna be reprimanded, or that she knew that she took it too far. And when Kenya did what she did, it was her way in. And she said, I'm gonna stop right here. Let's stop right here. And she went and complained. I believe so. Portia said that she was mortified. She ended up leaving with Shamia and Angela. Shamia said it was too much. Okay. Kenya is literally in there with the clipboards talking about this girl was trying to take food out of my daughter's mouth. That is what this is about. Kenya, how was this girl trying to take food out of your daughter's mouth? You took food out of your daughter's mouth and put it in this bullshit salon. She tried to take food out of your daughter's mouth? You gonna keep on throwing Brooklyn in the middle of the fight? You are a horrible mother. You are a horrible mother. Every time you look up, you throwing Brooklyn in the middle of a motherfucking fight. Thank you for the super chat, Brandon. I agree with Tress Love. Everybody is outraged about the pitch, but could care less about the pow-pow and the thread. Goes to show that sex is taboo in our country. Brandon Martin, if y'all don't stop playing with me, did y'all see a gun? Did you see a pow-pow? If you didn't see one, no. Okay? Angela said she flabbergasted. It was distasteful. It was hurtful. It was uncalled for. She sympathized and empathized with Brit. And Angela, like that, she was getting ready to cry. And listen, I believe that half of y'all in this chat, and I'm not trying to offend y'all, I'm just being real. I believe half of y'all in this chat probably got pictures of y'all sucking dick somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't indulge in those type of scenarios or whatever like that or whatever. But I just think that y'all got to be careful what y'all got on these cameras and stuff. And I believe that some of the women and stuff, they was like, this is too far because this could have been them. I believe half of the people in the chat and half of the people on the cast, they probably got down like that. And you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that. That ain't my ministry. That ain't my ministry. But I'm just saying. Why are you laughing at me, Ace? I'm just saying, I just feel like that. And I just feel like, you know, It could have been them. And that's how they looking at it. You know what I'm saying? It could have been me. Cynthia, go to tell Kenya. Cynthia is a true friend, a true ride or die. I'm gonna tell you whether you right or you wrong. Okay? She said I wasn't there. I didn't see what happened. I don't know Brit, but I know you. And I really hate that you let that in this way. You are bigger than this. You are better than this. Congratulations. I love you. And I'll call you later. Okay? That is a real friend. That's a real friend. Okay? And it kind of reminded me of, in no shade, it kind of reminded me of when it's people out here. It kind of reminded me of a YouTuber, and I don't want to be messy because I actually think that they're actually funny. But when they had did something that was wrong, it's kind of like when you do, people who are in your position will try to tell you what's right, but people who will never be in your position will be talking shit about you. And it's like everybody that was at the event that was not on the show thought that it was wrong. I mean, thought that it was, oh yeah, girl, and they laughed about it, he. You know what I'm saying? But everybody on the cast is like, no, girl, that's too far. And I even agree with Portia. Even said it would be a difference if Kenya had showed the picture amongst the cast, right? But you showed the picture amongst the cast and to the public. That ain't no good look, Kenya. Kenya, that wasn't a good look. And I wanted you to have your moment for your event. I did. I wanted you to have your moment for the event. And Kenya, I really do. Kenya, I think that we need to call the CPS on you for real. No talk, real talk. You have to stop throwing Brooklyn and stuff that ain't got nothing to do with Brooklyn. And that's just the truth. You got to stop doing stuff and keep saying it for my daughter, because you even went on Tamron Hall and said that as well. And started trying to fake cry. You're an actress. You know, you even start trying to cry and say, all I have to think about is when she said that is, how could I feed that little girl? Who was going to take care of that little girl if it wasn't for, if I'm not here to take care of her? Well, why would you try to escalate the situation? Truth of the matter is, Brit could really be about that life. And Brit was right down the street when Kelly came and told her what happened. And she could have went back in there with her gun and went postal on you. And who would have took care of Brooklyn? Keon said, I was with Cynthia until I heard that she was hanging with the ops. Who are the ops? These are my coworkers, my sweet baby. Keon, these are my coworkers. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, good evening. Oh, Ken, oh, Brooklyn. They both should be gone, not just one. GGABOR production made Brit go on an apology tour. Did Brit tell y'all that? Or y'all listen to what Kenya's saying? Kenya is a known liar. Are y'all listening to what Kenya is saying? Kenya is a known liar. Kenya told us, let's talk facts. Let's talk facts. Kenya told us she was never accused of revenge porn, and we saw Brit accuse her of it. Those are facts. Those are facts. Thank you for the super chat, Brandon. He said, GGABOR want to go hard for Brit, want to call CPS on Kenya. I don't want to go hard for Brit. I'm not going hard for Brit. Brit should have been gone. And Brit was wrong in what she did. That does not mean Kenya get to do whatever she want to do, whenever she want to do it. That's not reality. Kenya should have did her due diligence like Portia told her to do. And if Bravo didn't do nothing, she should have went to the police station and had her paperwork filled out in black and white so she could defend herself if the girl came around her trying to do something. Y'all like to do the reality TV. You know what I'm saying? I could tell a lot of y'all ain't been into no fights before. Used to get y'all ass with growing up and stuff like that or whatever. Y'all like to do the reality TV, little drama and stuff. I can tell y'all ain't really been around no people before that's really about that action. Y'all like to get on YouTube and try to read people and get on Twitter and stuff like getting the comments and everything is cute and shit. But in real life, Kenya should have went and got her paperwork and stuff in order in case the girl come around her, she could have fucked her up and got off. I could tell some of y'all just ain't really, and that's okay. Everybody ain't no fighters. And I'm not saying that you should have to have fought in it before, but I could tell some of y'all don't live in reality. I could tell some of y'all don't live in reality. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said Kenya is the only cast member that actually showed a gun on the show to threaten the cast member. Buy botched booty and go get the therapy you need. Now, Jerry, we're not gonna do all that now. Thank you for the super chat, but thank you. Let's Jerry, yeah, you did though. Did the stunt really fall under revenge porn? I need another opinion. I do. I think that she was trying to give her. It was definitely porn. It was definitely porn. Okay, and it was revenge. Let's not. But let's not go. She showed naked pictures of the girl. Point blank in the period. She showed nude pictures of the girl and the girl giving a fellatio. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was off the chain, and it could have been. It was sexual harassment because those people didn't. Them people didn't thought that they was gonna see no picture like that. You cannot just show no picture of. You can't just show stuff like that for people. You just can't just show a nude picture to somebody. They can go to HR. That is sexual harassment. We used to have to take a course of sexual harassment in California. You have to take them every 6 months. I just cannot walk up to you and show you no picture. If I seen Kenya, if me and Kenya and Mark worked together and Kenya was hugging on Mark, I can say that is sexual harassment. Yes. Yes. Now let's be real now. Thank you for the super chat. Andrew Mackey say CPS Gabor. Really? How come every time Kenya get the windmill with somebody, she throwing Brooklyn in the middle? CPS, yes. What type of mother is that? They both did the things that they didn't. They both did the things they said they didn't do. Brit bailed the gun. Yes, she did. Now you right, Night Owl. You telling the truth. You telling the truth. I can rock with this. Kenya did revenge porn on Brit, but they both lied. Both lied. Both were moved from the show. But what I'm telling y'all is, if this is what I'm saying. Even if it's public, Keon, we still at work, baby. Even if it's public, we still at work, baby. What I'm telling you, what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is this. If somebody come and shoot me, right? If somebody come and shoot me, and 6 months later I heal, I don't go tell the police, I don't go tell the hospital, I don't go do nothing. And then I go and shoot them, and the police found out I shot them, however they found out, right? However they found out, and it was determined that I shot them, I can't go back and say, well, this person shot me. I only shot them because they shot me 6 months ago. Like, what are we talking about? Maybe extreme with the shoot. You could probably do it with the shoot, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. You can't go to production after she done been and got in trouble for revenge porn and say the girl threatened me with a gun. I don't believe that Kenya went to production. I believe that Kenya. That's my opinion. You know, y'all can feel how y'all feel. To me, Portia was trying to tell that girl, you need to do your due diligence and do what you need to do. Kenya was hell bent on the girl coming to the event so that she can have a moment. She thought the moment would fly. Kenya thought that she was going to have a moment on reality TV, but she never foreseen that the show, that Truly Original and Bravo would have a problem with what she did. She thought that this was going to be a moment for reality TV. Point blank in the period. She did. I don't believe she went to production either. She took matters into her own hands. Right. Thank you for the super chat, Ali. She said Brit said she never mentioned a pow when it happened, but on the show she was remorseful. Her being apologetic was after the fact. Those scenes were staged. But we don't know. We don't know if. See, that's why I wish we knew. That's why I wish we had the dates and times of stuff. It wasn't 6 months. I wasn't talking about 6 months, Trent, with Kenya and the girl, with Kenya and the person. So I don't know what Shakala was talking about either. I don't know what you're talking about either, Yaya. I gave a scenario about meeting somebody else. I never said Kenya did this 6 months later. You making shit up. I said that if I got shot, if somebody shot me and 6 months later I did something, the point again, clarification, maybe we need to go back to school. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you can't go and complain about something that somebody did to you after you done already did what you did and you trying to receive your punishment. That's the point that I'm trying to make. I never said it was 6 months. The point that I'm making is you can't go and tell on somebody after you do something and you about to get punished for it. Do I have to break every fucking thing down? What can I say? I'm not gonna break every fucking thing down for everybody. Like this is crazy. What are you talking about? The point was after the fact. It wasn't about the 6 months. The fact was the punishment after somebody do something to you. They know what I mean while they're in the city. They just trying to be after the fact, right? Brit should have been suspended immediately after making the comment. She at least should have been suspended from the show, which is people lack comprehension skills. They are purposely trying to lack comprehension skills because they can't take that Kenya is wrong. Kenya is wrong. They're both wrong, but Kenya is wrong as well. Communication is our love, or clarity is our friend. Gabor never said that, guys. I know I did. They not okay. They can't take it. They can't take it. Kenya can be wrong, y'all. I'm sorry. I think that Kenya is wrong. I'm sorry. I don't think it was staged only because she bought the flowers in the card. Right. I mean, I've seen people go through mental gymnastics for Kenya, and in my opinion, I just think that Kenya needs to let it go, sit it out. I just feel like that Kenya, to me, I feel like that Kenya was wrong. And again, if I'm scared of a girl that said that they got a gun, why would you escalate the situation with the pictures? Here we go. Production clearly doesn't like Kenya. I wonder if it was the Carlos King interview. Now production don't like Kenya. Had production acted immediately on Brit, the second part would have occurred. I believe so. That's why I don't believe that Kenya went to production. If Kenya would have went to them and told them that it was even threats of a pow, the girl would have been suspended until further notice. She wouldn't have been able to even make the event. She would have been suspended pending investigation. She would have been put on ice, per se, pending investigation. I know that she did it because Portia was trying to tell. We're listening to Portia tell Kenya, you need to do your due diligence and get with people that heard what she said and do what you need to do. We actually heard Portia say that to her. We actually heard Portia tell her that. Thank you for the super chat, Trust Love. She said 3 things can be true. Kenya, Brit, and production can all be wrong. I don't know. Thank you for the super chat, Trust Love. Listen, they all can be wrong. But I just don't think, in my head, I just don't think that production would have, or any type of HR with the mention of a gun or a sexual assault would have played any games with anything like that, because those are serious lawsuits. Those are serious lawsuits. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. She said there's a People's article that stated that there were never a gun mentioned that came from production. Well, could we believe that? Just because it was in People? Kenya made her mind up in the car in Buckhead that she was going to teach Brit a lesson. You think so? Now, I think that she really, Kenya shouldn't have had to go to production. Production heard what Brit said, and they should have been fired that night. But again, though, we are on the show, and I get what y'all saying. I do agree that the girl should have been. If I'm Kenya, I would have wanted her fired, right? If I'm Kenya, I would have wanted her fired, 100%. But a person saying something is not the same thing as her saying something and you actually seeing a gun. Does that make sense what I'm saying? You know, because a lot of people say a whole bunch of stuff on the show. Kenya said that she would punch, she'll punch what she called it in her mouth, knock her teeth out of her mouth, pregnant and all. You can still swallow. What she told her? You'll still get your teeth knocked to the back of your throat, pregnant and all. Kenya did say that. Kenya showed a gun on the show for Phaedra. She did say that. She did say it. Was Portia put on ice after the assault? Thank you for the super chat, Trent King. You actually saw her get put on ice after the assault because after she assaulted Kenya, she left the reunion. Andy told her that I think that you need to leave and get yourself together. And she was put on ice and they was going to fire her, but Candy and Nene stood up for her. A threat of violence is a charge. I get what you're saying, but see, that's what I'm saying though. Y'all can't talk out of both sides of y'all neck. Y'all can't talk out of both sides of y'all neck because y'all listen on the show that came on an hour later. Y'all said Dr. G was a bitch. Dr. G was a bitch for going to go press charges when King came after him and was running down on him. It wasn't the crime that took place. Ain't that what y'all said? It can't be one thing for one person and one thing for another. Right? Nothing took place with Dr. G. Remember, there was no assault. So where was the assault here? Y'all have two different. King did threaten him. He said, I'll beat your ass. When he started running towards him, he said, I'll beat your ass. He said, I'll fuck you up. Is exactly what he said. So it can't be both ways. That's what I get to talking about. With me, when I say stuff, I'm one way right down the middle with everything that happened. With any scenario, you can put any two people mentioned on there. But y'all pick and choose on who y'all want to have the thing on who y'all like and who y'all don't like. On Marriage to Medicine, the gun wasn't mentioned, Gabor. Priscilla, the point is, a threat was mentioned. The point is, y'all said there was no threat that took place. Nobody touched anybody. So what are we going to the police for? That's what they said. A threat with a weapon is violence. This man was running up on him. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The man was running up on him full speed. What are we talking about? And at the end of the day, nobody was touched. Period. It's still a threat. Thank you. It's still a threat. Listen, y'all are not going to see it that way because y'all like Kenya, and I like Kenya too. And it is what it is. I'm not going to go up every time somebody do something that's bullshit. For me, I would have called the cops on King, and I would have called the cops on Brittany, and I would have called the cops because the next time they would have came to me on some bullshit, I would have neutralized. I would have put the mad dog down. And that's just me. I don't like Kenya. Good riddance to her and her fans. But Ryan had broken glass and threatened. Yes, she did. Pico de Gallo heavily. Yes. Kenya is suspended, not fired. EHC Bunny, you believe what you want. EHC Bunny. Suspended for how long? Blind loyalty is a weakness. Give it up to you, Twirl. By Twirl, she called Nene and her sons ugly at the last reunion. Oh my God, I live. She did. She did. Suspended indefinitely. My God. I don't like either of them, but this production's fault. But y'all, did it not bother y'all that the new clip of it bothered me that the new clip of Real Housewives of Atlanta, it just seemed like it's not gonna be no aftermath to what Kenya did, right? It seemed like they just got back to the regularly scheduled program. Did y'all see that? Am I tripping? Thank you for the super chat, T Dollar. You better tell the truth. He said if y'all called the police, if Ken called the police, y'all would have went in. They would have went in. I wouldn't have went in. I wouldn't have went in. Keon said those are men, these are women. I call the laws. I will call the laws. You gotta have your listen, Keon, you gotta have your black and white, you gotta have the paperwork filled out correctly. You gotta have your paperwork filled out. You just gotta have everything in black and white, so you gotta have your stuff filled out correctly. Now, I was wondering the reason why they got rid of Kenya. Not only did she post pics of Brit, could have been pics when she was in high school, could also be child plea. My God, you better talk about it, Omar. Jesus. That's what happened when Phaedra left. What happened when Phaedra left? Let me know. She will be back. I'm calling the cops in both. Tiffany GT, I promise you, I would have called the cops in both situations. That's me, though. That's me. Yeah, it's like they about to ignore what happened and just go on to the Drew versus Portia programming. Right. They just act like ain't nothing was happening. Like nothing happened. Like we didn't just see what happened. And Cynthia was on Watch What Happens Live last night. She was giving low budget Beyonce in a formation video. I thought y'all said she was a supermodel. Oh, Jesus. She was giving low budget formation. And who else was there with her? Oh, girl from The Color Purple who played Sophia. Wait a minute. Did she play Sophia? Yeah. What's my girl name? Danielle Brooks was there. But Danielle Brooks wasn't really good this time around. She wasn't really good on Married. She wasn't really good. She said she's staying in Atlanta now. She ain't got time for nobody to run down on her child. Thank you. What's good, Callie? She said, do people not understand that you just cannot flash those type of images to a crowd of people who do not consent? Serious question. I think that, Callie, I think that's because I think that in California, we have to take tests in sexual assault when you work every 6 months. I don't think that they do that for every other state. I don't think that they do that for every other state. But again, they're not in California either. But, you know, can you... Oh, girl. Girl. I heard the spy is closed. The spy is open. Let me know when y'all go get y'all. Let me know when y'all let Kenya run her gnarled fingers through y'all head if the spy is open. It's a double step. They allowed that girl to threaten Kenya, so Kenya did what she had to do. Did Kenya threaten her though? 33. Kenya's spy is very much open. Annually in California, we used to take it every 6 months. Brit done stopped Kenya bag. Baby, how she stopped Kenya's bag? Kenya stopped her own bag. Didn't nobody force Kenya to didn't nobody force Kenya to put them pictures out there. Kenya was hell bent on putting them pictures out there. And that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Y'all. I'm sorry. Brit was wrong, Kenya was hella wrong, and production was wrong in the way they handled the situation. Richie, how were they supposed to handle it? How was they supposed to handle it? After you done came, again, I want to know, I have to know from a credible source that Kenya went and spoke to production before and did her due diligence in what she was supposed to do, like Kenya told her to do. I want to know that. I gotta know it. Right, Nina. Kenya was at fault all by herself. She was. It's sexual harassment. It was. Fire Brit as well. And Kenya actually did that to everybody that was there, even everybody on the cast and production. Showing the pictures was not just something that she did to Brit, but it was something that she did to everybody that was there that seen the pictures. She actually offended everybody that was there that seen the pictures. So an argument could be made that Brit only did something to one person. Kenya did it to everybody that was there. Maybe production handled it by telling Brit to go apologize. Yeah, no. The slow motion kiss was tight. I'm so glad they kept cutting Drew's speeches before she started. Revenge P is low. I'm in HR and something like that happened at work doesn't have to be reported by the victim. It don't. Kenya is a liability. They said Ming Lee did it because Rick Ross and Brit on the show allegedly. Was production there for the gun Thursday? That's a what Keon, what state you live in? You ain't gotta tell me what city you live in. In California, baby, that is she assaulted everybody that was there that seen it. Callie will tell you. Listen, she assaulted everybody that was there that seen it. Those people did not sign up to be. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all how to get some money. Jerry, I say, thank you for the super chat. He said, y'all don't have this energy when Kenya assaulted Kim Fields. Based on how y'all talking, Kenya should be arrested for pulling Kim's chair. She did do that, but she wouldn't pull nobody else's chair. That's what Andy said, Toya. What? Louisiana? I don't know no Louisiana laws. Bye-bye, Brittany. Why didn't Kenya show the pics while Brit got there? But that's what I'm saying, Omar. This is the thing. Kenya wanted to embarrass Brit, right? My thing is for Kenya, I get it. But once Brit left, it should have been over with. She's not even here to see the pictures. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense what I'm saying? I know y'all not going to, but you get what I'm saying? I can see if Kenya wanted to show the pictures in front of Brit. I can see if she wanted to show the pictures in front of Brit. But once Brit left, it should have been, okay. Oh, Andy said it was sexual assault. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it was. Yeah, Andy said that. Okay. Andy said showing, yeah, yes, it was. It was. But I'm asking y'all a question though, right? Here we go. GGABOR, baby, I love Andy himself got an SA charge. Yes, he did. He was kissing. Didn't he kiss somebody in front of Brandy? Kenya didn't expect Brit to leave. Baby, Aaliyah, Kenya saw Brit walk up out of there though. But why was Brit hanging around outside? Why didn't she go home? Keon, because she was, you know, she didn't even have no money to bury her daddy. So she had to wait for Kelly to leave. She rode with Kelly. She was in Kelly's Sprinter with the security guard. She was walking down the street. She was walking down the street. She was on her way back to the car. She was gonna sit in the car and ask him, "Can you?" She was sitting in the car. She was gonna go sit in the Sprinter and ask them, "Can they turn on the AC?" And she was probably gonna eat that girl strawberries and stuff because she looked like she had a fruit plate before she picked her up. Y'all done been to the club before. I told y'all one time my cousin, he done had us, we drove from PV all the way to Houston. He found out we was on the way to Houston and we was getting ready to go out. He asked me, can I pick him up? Can we go pick him up to come to the club with us? Went to go pick him up, baby. We got outside the club. He said he didn't have no money. Said he didn't have no money. I done been done like that a couple of times. Said he didn't have no money. And I wasn't driving. My friend was driving because I was upset. I was pissed off because after we used to go to the club, we would go to Whataburger on the way. I'm not Whataburger. I like Jack in the Box. we used to go to Jack in the Box on the way home, and I gave him my motherfucking Jack in the Box money so he could get into the club. Because if I would have drove, he would have been sitting in my motherfucking car, but I wouldn't have gave him my key. Because you know, people ain't raised. You know what I'm saying? You know how you'll give a motherfucker the key to sit into the car? That was my friend's car. We was riding with him. So I had to give him my Jack in the Box money so he could go into the club. And I looked at him. You know how you talk to somebody with the grit of your teeth? I didn't want to embarrass him in front of people. I said, bitch, don't you ever do that. You knew you ain't not a motherfucking money. I was talking to him like that because I didn't want to embarrass him. I don't do people like Angela do people. I ain't gonna do nobody how Angela did people or whatever. I was like, bitch, don't you want motherfucking money when you got over here? And I gave him, but if I would have had, but I have learned, you don't give the person, you unlock the car, you let them in the car, and you just let them sit in there. You don't give them the key because they'll think they can make a couple of blocks in your car and shit. Or I had one friend, child, look, you don't give them your key. Don't give them your key. You don't give them your key. Okay? So yeah, don't leave the windows down either. Oh well, look, you gotta have the window. You gotta leave the windows down because they'll be had your door open the whole time and when I ran down your battery. You know what I'm saying? Why all the family pics have filters? Who? Who y'all talking about? Is Beyonce EIN my pic? What? You can clearly hear Cynthia saying, I don't want to see this. That was sexual assault. Yes, she did. Thank you, Callie. Tell the truth. She said, I don't want to see this girl sucking on no dick. That was sexual assault. It was. Keon. Tell Keon, Callie. Tell Keon, Callie. I'm telling you what it is. Thank you for the super chat, the real Empress. She said it's sad to see Kenya at this big age blow her back and jeopardize her freedom. And the real Empress, her daughter. Her poor daughter. Oh, Brookie Brooke. Oh, Brookie Brooke. And this is why Andrew Mack, don't be mad at me, Andrew Mack. Andrew Mack, don't be mad at me. Because even when she went round there, and was over there crying to Tamarind, who did she bring, God? Brookie Brooke. She bought our Brooklyn. Here she go with Brooklyn again. It's just my little girl. Okay, hubris will get you every time. Kenya got the big head, just like Nene. See what happens again, y'all. I think that we have to admit Kenya messed up. I think that Kenya thought that she was going to have a moment on reality TV that was going to go down, but she did not think that Bravo and Truly Original would be offended. She didn't think that the girls would be offended because at the end of the day, the only person who was left standing in there, it looked like, was Drew. It looked like the only person that was standing in there was Drew. Because it looked like everybody else left. Oh, it went down back. What went down? Kenya from the D. I'm sure she had a fight for her life from the jealous. Well, she said she did. Brooklyn is Kenya's only friend. Brooklyn's daughter's son girl, Arthur. Right. Knowing damn well Brooklyn ain't right there. Of course, that's her miracle baby. But baby, I know she her miracle baby, but you working at a dev. I will forever say I keep a pistol on me and it's not a threat legally, and that's why Bravo didn't bleep it out. Before you go in on GGABOR himself, she was laughing. I know the other non-factor who tried to get on the show last year was snickering. But that's what I'm saying. The girls who ain't in your position, they'll tell you, girl, don't delete that. You ain't do nothing wrong, girl. You ain't do nothing wrong. But see, Mangetta never held the peach. She can't even hold it. Well, you know, Mangetta don't hold the peach. She never held the peach. That's their highest rated season. This is their highest rated season. Especially, she said, I'm that bitch, been that bitch forever, that bitch. She did. And now you that fire bitch. Hey, baby. But boy, I know she didn't write that book. Right, she didn't write that book. The AI Arthur. Kenya was wrong. And she mad. She let a porn for F up her bag. Right. Kenya should have did what Dr. Greg did and pressed charges against Brit for attempted assault. Right. Amar, that's what I would have did. I promise to God I would have. It would have been in black and white, and I would have really been holding. We seen Kenya with a gun. We also seen Kenya with a gun when the people was in her yard. Remember? Ain't that bit no more? Right. You that fire bit. Hopefully, Brit kids never see those pigs. What kids? Okay. Can we talk about somebody mama real quick? Okay, I don't want to do it. I like Angela. Let's talk about Amari. Can we talk about Amari real quick? Amari ain't no good. I don't like Amari. It's really hard for me to. I feel like I have a good read on people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a good person. I'm a good reader on people. I told y'all ever since I saw Brittany on this show, the first time I saw Brittany on this show, the first no, leave that baby. Why? Because she ain't no good. She ain't no good. Leave that baby alone. That ain't no baby. That's a 24-year-old grown married woman. What you mean? That's a 24-year-old grown married woman who don't even clean up the kitchen behind herself. She ain't raised. She ain't raised. Angela ain't raised her. Angela give me like she over there being walked over though, right? It's just something about her that just give me walked over. She let Shamil go over there because she let Shamil talk shit about her nose and she didn't start talking about Shiloh. I would have started talking about Shiloh. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have started talking about Shiloh. She let Shamil talk about her nose. She didn't really go there with her after that. You know what I'm saying? We see the way Charles talked to her. Charles don't, you know what I'm saying? She don't really say nothing back. Like she just seemed like a real, like, she don't really put her foot down. You know what I'm saying? She don't seem like she really put her foot down. So I don't think that she really raising these kids. She probably providing for them, but she ain't really raising them. I'm not giving Shiloh no strays. What did she tell Wendy? It's just a baby. But she said that wasn't true. I seen an article about her. She said that they said that wasn't true. She said that Wendy was lying. You know, that was at the end. You know, but Wendy started losing her mind toward the end, baby. Because I remember when Candy, you know, Wendy didn't really, I'm not trying to be funny no more. Toward the end, Wendy didn't even start watching Real Housewives of Atlanta no more. Wendy didn't really keep up with nigga shit no more. You know, y'all know we love Auntie Wendy over here. You know what I'm saying? But I tell the truth about people. Auntie Wendy ain't really want to be with the niggas. Auntie Wendy wanted to be a rich white woman, like Junkie. And you know what I'm saying? Auntie Wendy wanted to be a rich white woman like Junkie. And she didn't really know what was going on. Because I remember when Candy had went over there on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she asked Candy that Kenya was Kenya messing with Block. Yes, she did. And remember, after all the men that Kenya that Wendy interviewed for the show, for her new man, remember, and she ended up picking that old white man. After all the men that was on that show, she ended up picking that old white man, like Garcelle. Why would Wendy lie, Angela, as if we knew who she was? But she knew who Charles was. She knew who Charles was because Charles was up there. Remember, Charles was up there on the show. But she married a nigga, and she came up there with her arm in the motherfucking cast too, Carrie. Wendy can tell you she fell down some stairs all she wants to, girl. Girl, please. How did you fall? Did he push you? Did he push you? She was trying to go, she didn't really know what was going on. She lied and said that the brat was trying to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? I think that what's our brother name? Gary Owen. She tried to flirt with Gary Owen. Gary Owen didn't want to clown her because y'all know if Gary Owen said anything to her, y'all would have been like, look how that white man did that black queen. You know how y'all do. And then Donnell, what's his name? Not Donnell Rollins. Dion Cole, she was up there trying to holler at Dion Cole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was high and tore that arm up. Yeah, she was high trying to heal for that arm. I believe that man punched her in her arm. She flirted with Gary with the T too. Oh yeah, Mama was real sick. Mama was real sick, but they said that they say Kevin was a shit chaser. That's what the man did. See, I didn't know that they said that our girl be over there lying or whatever, because I thought that it was a man that was over there. I don't care what y'all say. It was a man over there that was interviewing with Tasha K, and he said that he was multi-talented. He said he was born with both of them. You remember that? He said that he was born with both of them. And he said that he was married. His girlfriend was over there with him when he was interviewing with Tasha K. And he was over there eating grapes. And he said that he was born with both of them. And he said that that he would do the number 2 sometimes and Kevin would go right in him. Yes, he did. He said that Kevin was the shit chaser. I said, wow. Tasha K is a liar, but I didn't know that the man was lying. And then they had showed the man was over there singing Wendy happy birthday. We seen him singing Wendy happy birthday. The tea is that Angela had a baby already. Charles didn't. She said, I owe you one. The tea is that Angela had a baby already. Only Angela got 3 kids. Only one of them is Charles. Angela got 3 kids. That boy that was at their house ain't Charles' baby. What y'all mean? Y'all didn't know that? Are y'all paying attention to what's going on? That boy that be over there calling Charles daddy ain't Charles' son. The only baby that is his is the little girl with the little girl that was dressed like Portia and Portia and Dennis' daughter. Thank you for the super chat, Ali. She said Kiana just confirmed that she's back for season 10 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I guess she's filling Mill's spot. Oh, I won't be watching. I'm fine. You know I gotta watch the Queen G. I won't be. I promise to God though, I'm not watching Married to Medicine next season. I promise you that. Angela be lying. I knew. Okay, I don't know if y'all watching they both have 1 child of their own and 3 together. Angela got Amari. She got Avon, I believe his name is, or something like that, or whatever. And then she got that little girl. That little girl is by Charles. But that little boy is not her son with Charles. And Charles got a son named Charles Jr. They only got 1 child together. That's what she said. Listen, let me jump to y'all. Put a 2 in the chat if what I'm saying is correct. I know it's right. Angela got 3 kids, only one of them is by Charles. That boy that be at their house, that ain't Charles' son. He just called him daddy. That ain't Charles' son. She got that little girl by him, but that ain't his son. But he called him daddy. Thank you. Okay, 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Correct. I thought her oldest wasn't his. It ain't C. Patterson. Arlie and Angela is Charles's baby. Arlie is Angela and Charles's baby. Right. Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about in the pod. That's what I'm not really about this old blended ass, mixed ass, ready-made ass family stuff going on around here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My mama, all her kids got one daddy. No, my daddy kids don't got the same mama, but my mama, you know what I'm saying? The boy is 11 and Charles and Angela been together for 10 years. So she got 3 baby daddies. 3 for 3. Charles had that boy after they met. She only mentioned 1 boy and said Charles had a boy. Right, but she never said how old he is. But she came out the other day and said that clip with Wendy was a lie. And we're going to be surprised when we find out how old Charles Jr. is. So she got 3 babies, 3 for 3. Wow. Who the older girl? Who was the older girl who messed up the kitchen? That's Angela's daughter. So Charles is not the father of the 11-year-old. No, the little boy that's at the house, that's Angela's child. That's not Charles' child. He just called him daddy. Same here, we all the same mom and dad. Angela has a girl, Charles had a boy, and they have a girl. 3 children. Angela got Amari, the older girl, the no good ass, no kitchen cleaning ass girl, the one that went off and got her ass married. She got her, that little boy at the house, I believe his name is Avon. It's something with an A that's at the house. And then she got Arlie. That's 3. Only Arlie is Charles's child. But Charles has got another son. They didn't show him in the pictures. What they got, we just saw a picture. Listen, I don't know how else I can explain it. It's ready-made. Charles Jr. is 11, not Angela's. Well, we don't know how old Charles Jr. is, but the boy that's at the house is not Charles Jr. Angela said that he ain't 11. Charles and Angela blended families include 4 children, right? She shared during episode 2. I have Amari, who's 24, Avon, who's 11, Charles has Charles Jr., and we share Arlie, who's 7. Thank you. Thank you. I know I ain't tripping. Yvonne, who's 11, and Charles has Charles Jr., and we share Arlie, who is 7. Right. Ready-made ass. That daughter has me side-eyeing her. I knew she wasn't no good when I'm telling you, when Charles said that the kitchen wasn't clean, Charles don't give me no man who gonna lie and say that the kitchen wasn't clean if it wasn't clean. You know what I'm saying? Now, do y'all think that, what y'all think is, listen, is the kitchen clean? Listen. Is the kitchen clean if it's still eggs on the fucking stove? Is the kitchen clean? I mean, what's the clean kitchen? I don't know. A clean kitchen to me mean a person can come up, you know what I'm saying, and eat off the counter. To me, that's what a clean kitchen is. But Charles might be real militant. You get what I'm saying? Remember, he made Angela wash her hands twice. Over here digging in my chicken. It did get a bit confused. I don't believe in no ready-made shit. I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but I like Charles. I love Charles. Charles gives me, he might have a little bit of OCD. I like my house clean, but that man seems like he's always cleaning something. Girl, Callie, a nigga ain't shit if he, girl, Callie, you something else, Charles. Girl, if the man cleaning up, he ain't doing nothing. If he ain't cleaning up, you got a problem. Lied on washing her hands. She did wash her hands, though. They showed her washing her hands. But you know, you know what I don't understand, y'all? Is nowadays you see these niggas on YouTube, they be cleaning and stuff and they be wearing these gloves and shit. When I get in there and I fry my chicken with my bare motherfucking, I fry my chicken with my bare hands. You seen Charles had on some gloves as he frying chicken. Is that a necessity? Does that make me nasty? Because y'all know how y'all get. Y'all act like y'all, you know, y'all act like y'all just super clean and y'all clean y'all act like y'all clean y'all chicken with bleach and shit. Is that nasty? That I fry the chicken with my bare hands? I mean, I wash my hands. But I'm just saying, I don't. You wearing gloves? You wear gloves? Yes, you need gloves on camera. Nah, that's old school. Okay. I'm not listening. My man won't go in the kitchen. I really wish he would. The kitchen seems to be Charles's domain, and if I'm cooking and you eating, and you use the kitchen, clean it up. I don't want to come behind you and have to clean up no mess before you. Right. Before I cook. Right. That's only fair. Don't nobody. You look. You don't want to cook, right? I damn sure don't want to cook and have to clean up before I cook and after. Okay, I do that because I don't want my hands smelling like chicken. I'll wear gloves if I'm cooking for other people. Okay, he's scared to get burnt by the grease. That's why he wore gloves. Okay. No, it's not. Okay, if you wash your hands regularly, that's not the problem. Listen, I wash my hands between, if I drop the chicken in the grease, I'm washing my hands after. And once I flip the chicken over, whatever, every time my hands, the shit ain't staying on my hands. The water, when I'm cooking, the water is running the whole time. Y'all know how to be like, never let the water run. They used to teach you that when you used to brush your teeth in school. The water is running the whole time I'm cooking because I'm washing my hands back and forth. I have gotten better since I've gotten older because I used to be I'm just telling y'all all my business. I used to be the type to cook, but I would cook bit by bit. Like if I was making some macaroni, after I got through making the macaroni, I'll make the chicken. Right? After I got through making the chicken, I'll make the rice. After I got through making the rice, whatever, I'll probably go back and smother the chicken. You know what I'm saying? But Charles didn't look like he was making that gravy from scratch, huh? He didn't look like he was making the chicken from scratch. But the chicken was, I will say this, the chicken was golden brown. The chicken almost looked like mine. He probably like he could fuck with me in the kitchen and cook me some chicken. But the chicken was brown. But when we make some other chicken or whatever, that them chickens look for an NBA player, them was some small ass chicken. I thought she said she was a millionaire, a self-made millionaire. Them was some small ass chicken wings. Them was some wingettes. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker with money don't eat no wingettes. And then you seen that I gave a little boy one piece of chicken. Avon only had one little piece of chicken. That little bitty ass wingette. Shit. But I guess Charles one of this type of people. My mom used to be like that too, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm smothered in the chicken. Don't come over here and eat none of my goddamn chicken until I smothered all of the chicken. You know what I'm saying? No, them was some small old wingettes that they had. Them was some little bitty wingettes. They stingy. Angela and Charles get broke. Yeah. That's crazy because I hate big ass wings. Oh, no, girl. They had to hide the big chicken. Why does he have on a cheap ass charcoal grill? He's a baller. Well, you know they wasn't making money like that when he was playing on EHC Bunny drumettes. Yeah, that was some small ass drumettes. Good boy, you don't miss a thing. And gave that little boy that one piece of chicken. I wouldn't even came downstairs for no one piece of chicken. Why would he say to her, Angela's giving pushover at home and Pitbull outside? The real Empress, where you seeing Pitbull at? I ain't see Pitbull yet. She was getting into it with Shamil, didn't talk about Shiloh. Okay, Portia done said I know some tea about Charles and she ain't did that. You get what I'm saying? I ain't getting Pitbull at all. I ain't getting Pitbull. Tell me where y'all see Pitbull. I ain't getting Pitbull at all. Because if I'd have been on the show, y'all would have been over there arguing. Baby, y'all have been on YouTube saying, was he wrong for going about Shiloh? And she'd have talked about her nose. My husband don't believe in splitting the wing. He want the whole thing. Ain't no drum, no flats. Your husband is smart. That's organic chicken. Organic chicken. What's the difference? I always wear gloves when I touch that kind of raw meat, though. Oh, not that kind of raw meat. I know that's right. You better be wearing gloves every time you touch raw meat. Wink, wink. The boy be watching the food. No, I like to watch the food or whatever because I like to see how, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to see how many pieces of chicken. You see, I like to, when it's a blended family and you got cousins and stuff and you an uncle and stuff like that, you got to pay attention to what's going on with the kids and stuff in the house. So I had took a mental note that they gave Avon one piece of chicken because I knew that wasn't Charles' baby. But if Arlie came down there and got 3 pieces of chicken, I would have went and called CPS. Because you know Arlie is his. And it's giving, you only gave this boy 1 piece of chicken, but you gave your daughter 3 pieces of chicken. You get what I'm saying? That's why you got to pay attention to what's going on. I pay attention to shit. I'm always looking out for the kids. I don't believe in messing over no kids unless it's Kayla. Angela, good boy is free on Angela. I like Angela. But she ain't no pit bull. Here you go. No, I'm serious. You got to pay attention. You have to pay attention because, listen, when the mommy and daddy is in love, they let shit go. They let shit fly by and they won't say nothing. And you have been brought it up to them and they've been crying. Somebody, you just want me to be, no, I don't want you to be single. I want you to make sure your child is being treated right. So Angela is me at 2.0, not fighting over chicken. I'm not saying they was fighting over the chicken. I'm just trying to make sure. I just want to make sure that when Arlie came downstairs, she was gonna get 1 piece of chicken. That's all I'm saying. Make sure that that Avon was gonna be treated just like Arlie was being treated. Riley and Kayla all over again, right? Clocking the pieces, right? You got to make sure what's going on. Kayla got the shirt. I'm not listen. I'm not mean. I'm just saying. But remember, Charles kept saying to call for Avon because he was hungry, and they gave him 1 piece of chicken. No, good boy. She offered 1 piece of chicken because they weren't ready to eat. MNP style. I get what you're saying. She offered 1 piece of chicken because they weren't ready to eat. But what I'm saying is, I made sure if Arlie would have came downstairs and got any more than 1 piece of chicken, it would have been a motherfucking issue for me and my niece. I'd have said, bitch, I know you ain't letting a nigga up here mistreat my motherfucking nephew. Girl, look, we would have. You think that Charles is over there fighting her mom and her sister? Bitch, I know you ain't letting this nigga mistreat my motherfucking nephew. This big ass boy in here, he gonna give him 1 piece of chicken. Girl, please. My sister and my cousin, they'll be tired of me. Do you hear me? Woo! Shit, she could have put 2 pieces on the plate and said one was for her, girl. I would have been going off. Shit. Didn't Charles say he have a cooking business? Oh, I wouldn't eat. You know the shirt that he had on? His shirt had said something. I forgot what the shirt said, but it looked like he got like a cleaning business or something like that. Like he cleaned, like he do what T.I. was doing in ATL. So dramatic. I'm not dramatic. What you mean? Dramatic. That ain't dramatic. You mistreat my nephew. You letting this nigga mistreat my nephew? If he listen, 1 piece of chicken for Yvonne and he 11, and Arlie, they say she's 7, but she looked 15. And 2 pieces of chicken for her is mistreatment. You are right, stepchildren are treated different. You got to make sure. I'm just saying, as an auntie and uncle, you got to make sure you pay attention to the kids who is not from. You got to make sure that you're looking out for Riley when you come over there, because the kids who don't come from the union or the marriage and the mommy and daddy in the household, they get mistreated sometimes. You got to make sure that everything over there is going right, because Arlie gonna be all right. Her mommy and her daddy in there. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that Yvonne is taken care of. That sorry ass Amari, throw the bitch to the wolves. Anything else I want to say before we get up out of here? Throw the bitch to the wolves. She can't even clean up her grown ass and went over there and got married. You done went out and got yourself married, and you ain't even cleaning up behind yourself, and you think you running shit because your mama paid for shit, girl. But we got to make sure that Armand, Avon, and Arlie is treated the same now. But you know, but Arlie is tall like that because her daddy tall. Because you see Charles have to, you know, Charles. Did y'all see Charles? He had to bend down in the kitchen. And I would think that he would have enough money to have his house built like for a king. Who's the oldest? Yvonne is older. Yvonne is older. Yvonne is older. She's 7. Wait. Yvonne is 11. That little girl over there is 7 years old. She's 7 years old. And you know she had on tennis shoes. Throw Amari to the wolves. Throw Amari to the wolves. Shit. With no car. And Angela say she a self-made millionaire. Erica, that's what I get to talking about. See, Erica, the people get to telling on themselves. Y'all got me up there all day. Erica, the people get to telling on themselves. How you a self-made millionaire and your daughter ain't got no car? And your daughter ain't got no house? It ain't giving self-made millionaire. It ain't giving self-made millionaire. And I'm just being real. Before I bought my mama a car, I would have to buy my child a car. My mama wouldn't be walking. But why your daughter ain't got no car? Let me know. I want to know how did the oldest is Angela, the best friend, but told the bipolar grandmother first something ain't right. Angela ain't raised them kids, child. Angela ain't raised them kids. 3 people share a car. When Charles closed that cabinet and it slammed, I said, "Oh my damn, they broke. Oh my God." Self-made millionaire, she got to use her grandma's car because her daughter ain't buy it or got it the credit. What is giving? Frugal. A frugal person ain't buying no. The girl said that she was taking care of her mama. I understand that you taking care of your mama and your sister. You taking care of your mama and your sister. That's giving Ashley Darby. Bitch, I can't take. I'm not trying to be funny or whatever, girl. I hit the fucking lotto and married Charles Oakley. Bitch, not y'all. I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all could. You get what I'm saying? What if the nigga put me out? You feel me? What if the nigga put me out? That's what Ashley Darby was over there doing. Ashley Darby, baby Sheila thought she hit the motherfucking lotto. Sheila done moved out. Sheila, Chanelica, I don't know if you know, but Ashley Darby mama, Ashley Darby, y'all know Ashley was over there singing Show Me My Pain Again. Ashley was over there singing Show Me My Pain. I guess she coming out with the singer Show Me My Pain. But Ashley Darby's mother had dropped Ashley off at her grandmother's house and went to go and live under the bridge with a white man who wasn't even a Cartwright. Okay? Lived under a bridge in a cardboard box. Ashley got on motherfucking Bravo TV and told us that her mama went to go live under a bridge in a cardboard box with a white man. Ashley got older, got with Michael. Michael cleaned up her mama credit, took her out the cardboard box, got them a house, cleaned up her credit, bought her a car, went and did all of that. And Michael was feeling bad because he felt that the man wasn't over there working. It was a man over there working, and Sheila was working, and he was paying all the bills, and the man wasn't working. And Michael said, either that man is leaving or I'm cutting her off. And she talking about, I want to have a conversation with Michael. Girl, what? You lucky I even let the nigga come over here. You know what I'm saying? And my mama gonna have the nerve to get mad at me. You lucky that I even let the man come over here because you know what I'm saying? He could be like, you know, most niggas, let's just be real, most niggas ain't taking care of your mama too. Right? You hit the lottery, not your mama. Y'all can't be living like us. I just want to talk to the man, Ashley. What did I ever do to the man, girl? If he get rid of Ashley, what you gonna do? Anyway, y'all, I got a hungry headache. Charles and Angela, oh my God, we see each other, right? Because what you heard what the boy said. Well, I knew my mama and sister before my child. Oh no, baby, y'all better go watch On More Kids. Some women act like they don't know better. Them homosexuals be getting you right at all, and that's an Australian white man, right? Sheila is still the only one working. Sheila now has heart problems, and Ashley said that her mama's still taking care of him. But Ashley taking care of them too. That's why she over there singing like that. Ashley said she about to be a performer. Ashley said, baby, Ashley is over there, and they played the song, and she was still singing "Show Me My Pain," and then she did the "Show Me My Pain" like to end it. I say, wow. Thank you for the super chat, Top Chef. He say, I'm late for Team Kenya. GGABOR say Team Kenya at home, baby. Oh my God. Is she still with that man? Is Ashley mama with that? Ashley mama, yeah. Ashley mama still with that man. They got a baby together. We seen the sister that they got on the show. If I was Ashley, I just would have asked Michael, could we take care of the sister? If I was Ashley, I would have asked my mom, I would have asked Michael, can I take care of my sister and raise my sister? And that would have been it. But y'all, I gotta go. Top Chef, did you watch the episode? Show Me My Pain. Yes. If my mom was over there taking care of some man, she couldn't get a dime out of me. I don't care. I'm a little more cold than most. Yeah. I love my mama down. I love my mama. Thank you for the super chat, Sharby. She said, I agree with Michael. No self-respecting man wants to take care of another man. All right, y'all. Well, I gotta go, y'all. Y'all, I want to start talking about Beyond the Gates, y'all, cause y'all, I want to start talking about Beyond the Gates. Are y'all watching Beyond the Gates? Are y'all watching Beyond the Gates? Let me know. I got 7 more minutes. I'm gonna leave at 2:15. Are y'all watching Beyond the Gates? I don't know why y'all be doing that. This is y'all ain't shit. This is our generation to have all my children and young and the rest of this is our generation version of that. We gotta get caught up. We gotta get caught up, y'all. I feel like Ashley and Nicole's son, and Nicole's nephew. Did y'all fuck that? Did y'all see that Vanessa took her stupid ass? Vanessa done went over there and told the killer, the man that work at the bank. That work at the where did he work at the casino? That she knew that his mama wasn't dead. What? They play Beyond the Gates on BET, Falana. Where is it streaming? CBS, Paramount Plus, and apparently BET. The boy, I was waiting for you to finish Married to Medicine, girl. Erica, my heart and shit be hurting over there watching Married to Medicine and the games and stuff that they be over there playing. I'm just gonna come up Gabor, can you watch this season, White Lotus? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch one episode tonight before I go to bed. I'm gonna watch one episode tonight before I go to bed. I watch on Paramount Plus. I watch on Paramount Plus too because they ain't got no what's it called? Can I just jump in? Do I have to watch from the beginning? I think so. Taneezy J. I think you could just jump in. I think so because I doubt my mama. You know what I'm saying? Paramount owns BET Plus. Spilling all the beans for Joey Right, B. Spencer. I'm like, girl, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? R.I.P. Chelsea and Rick. Who is that wizard? Let me know. Each one teach one. Who is Chelsea and Rick? Joy Armstrong. Yes, and Saturday mornings I get Tyler Perry vibes when I tried to watch. It was out of control this season. What? White Lotus? So I watched like the first 5 minutes of the first episode. It was a man on the beach. I guess he was doing like Pilates or something like that, or yoga or something like that. And then they started shooting and he started getting in the water. And I'm gonna watch it because that girl over there, one of the girls from White Lotus, she ate Garcelle up on Watch What Happens Live, because she held Garcelle accountable and Garcelle couldn't take it. Garcelle couldn't take it. Well, we know she can't take it. That's why she left the show. Y'all, they were making bets on who was supposed to get killed on the finale. Of what? Oh, it got to be White Lotus y'all talking about. White Lotus, okay. You on episode 5 of what? I didn't care for this season of White Lotus. But my girl is still employed over there, though. Natasha Rothwell, because you know she got fired from Hulu. That show got canceled. What you laughing at, Erica? Garcelle couldn't take it. She left, baby. Beyond the Gate. You on episode 7 of Beyond the Gates. Richie, today was episode 29. What you mean you on episode 7? Joey want to get Vanessa and her husband. See, that's what I'm talking about. Joey ain't no good. And Vanessa's husband is just silly. And Vanessa is when I tell you Vanessa is giving Karen Huger. Loose in the puss. She giving Karen Huger. She done fucked everything. Because she look like she done fucked everything in Potomac. Vanessa got a husband. She messing with the man at the gym, and now she's trying to give herself to Joey. I loved it. It was slow, but wow. Like I like the non-predictable. But the Asian guy, I saw a picture on Twitter of the Asian guy from White Lotus. He got a little buff. What if Garcelle made an appearance on what? I'm on episode 16. Y'all behind. Yeah, they brought Natasha Rothwell back for this season. She wasn't on last season. I think I saw both seasons. This season 3, she was on both. She's been on all 3 seasons. Did you see the sneak peek of when she isn't defending Sutton? Did I see the sneak peek? What sneak peek we talking about? Wild Cards is good too. Listen, what you got to let me know where it's at, Kingsley. Beyond the Gates had me in shambles today. It was okay. It was something else that I watched this weekend. I think I watched Arnold. I watched Arnold for sure. Now how Karen get into it, because they in Potomac. Karen was in the first episode of Beyond the Gates, because they supposed to be in Potomac. I'm a busy bitch before I ain't like Erica. I got shit to do. Oh, Garcelle either. The Banker University in Langston who referenced my heart. Natasha Rothwell wasn't on season 2. She wasn't on season 2, Erica. Well, that's good. They brought her back. She wasn't on season 2. I thought that she worked at the thing. Season 2 was with Jennifer Coolidge, right? They addressed her and said, "Oh my God, I gotta go see it, cuz." Ooh, Wild Cards is too. Y'all gotta let me know where it's at, y'all. I'm tired of these clips. They just need to wait until the show come out. With it too, I am tired of the clips too. Because we don't damn near seen the whole reunion. But Sutton ain't gonna stand in it. Miss, I don't forgive it. Wait a minute. What she say? I don't forgive it. I won't forgive it. I'll never forgive it. I don't take it back. That's what she said. But y'all, I gotta go, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I appreciate the love and support. And I will be on here tomorrow. Adios.
Call Daddy. Tell him 25. Call Daddy. Tell him 25.